officially launch our crochet along. Our patterns, we're so excited. Our patterns are now on our blogs for viewing. So if you've joined in for the free version of the crochet along, you can now access all 7 crochet patterns. So some of you who are not sure what we're talking about, we have launched a very merry Tweedmas collection of 7 crochet patterns. We have they're granny inspired. We have stockings, we have baubles, we have an advent calendar, we have bonuses, lots and lots of stuff for you. And we're so excited that you all are joining us. And we're just going to jump right into talking about the patterns that we've all created. So I've done the traditional granny square with my pattern. So really super beginner friendly, but I think they turned out really beautiful, kind of another spin off a granny square. So I'm just going to give a little peek here at sort of my pinky burgundy colored stocking. And I also did matching baubles in the traditional granny square. So these are my patterns that I've included in the collection. We'll each take our turns and talk about our patterns and show them off. But these are just quick, like stash busting projects, fun projects just to get you into the holiday spirit. So Brianna, you can talk about what patterns.
Yeah, I'm seeing so many happy holidays and Merry Christmases in there. I love it. I love this festive time of year. However you celebrate, it's just so fun to like, oh, just the vibe. The vibe this time of year is just, I love it. You go to any department store and I'm like, yes, I love it. It's so much fun. So my stocking is a granny hexagon. And you can see the difference in making it in different colors. These are the same pattern, but different hexagons in different colors. So I include 2 different styles of hexagons, the traditional granny hexagon or the puff stitch granny hexagon, but they're the other part, they're joined the same way. And they have a really cool ribbing that instead of having to do a half hexagon to make the top, flat, we're going to work our ribbing into those areas, which is super fun to do. It's an amazing thing. And then I top it off with this is included in the pattern as a cute little tree. And you can even make it in a solid if you want, because it's really fun in a solid. And this only takes 12 granny hexagons. So it works up really quick and it's fun to make. Then I also have ornaments because we all did ornaments. Truth be told, this one's shattered inside. My cat, I'm telling you, everyone warned me. I was like walking and he like ran in front of me and I dropped it and I'm blaming him, but he already broke 2 other ornaments in the last like day. So then you can also make it in a smaller size. And this also has options for the puff granny ornament or the traditional. And these are super simple. It's just 2 hexagons that you put together. So these ones are really quick if you aren't sure, like if you have time to finish something or you want to do a quick project and see how you feel about granny squares or granny hexagons, the ornaments are a great way to go. And you can make them in so many colors. And then I have one more oh, now I'm going to break them. I have one more pattern to show you, and this is the advent calendar. So this one's really fun. You can purchase these cute little wood things and these beads. Raid your stash. I'm going to be posting it soon, but one of my testers has she found like a wooden sign that was red and it says believe. And she just put that at the bottom. And she added so many more like colorful beads that were different than mine. But I love how she rated her stash for her own style. And it's like perfect. And I know that like we're on December 6th. It's not too late to make one of these because you can use it year after year. And I love Hannah's idea that if you're going to do this, you can just go ahead and eat all the chocolates from the first row yourself as you're making it and then fill the rest. It's a fun one too.
Of course. And now someone did ask me a question about the colors and I didn't because I made this stocking, finished putting together this stocking afterwards. I didn't put the colors in the VIP, but I can tell you what they are. So I use, let me look at this, the navy blue color, which is elderberry.
I love
so that. I have the navy in there. I have the turquoise blue color, which is Kenai. I don't know. Do you guys know how to say that? It's the Kenai color.
Yeah.
Rose finch. So rosefinch is the pink, and then boysenberry is the burgundy color, and wren is the natural color. So, but I mean, you know, you can put together really whatever, but I just sort of went with the blue. So if you're looking at the colors, the navy and the turquoise, and then the pink and the burgundy, and then Ren as my color to tie it all together.
They go together so well.
Mm-hmm.
They do. The new colors in this Brava tweed are just so lovely, aren't they?
They are. And I love how you put some of the colors together. I think you even got the pumpkin in yours. Did you not, Hannah?
Yeah.
All kind of pulled a lot of the colors together to show different combinations of how beautiful. Like, I love that. I love that.
That was so pretty.
With the golden rod.
I wanted to go for like a rustic rainbow. That was my idea. So from the red, orange, yellow, and then I put a grey in there. Is that the Stratus? I think that one's called.
Yeah.
I didn't use the Wren in this. It was the only one I didn't use the Wren in because I didn't think it needed the brighter cream. And then
grey was perfect.
And I wanted the two greens. This is the wasabi, and this is how many times I've typed these out. You know them, don't you? The wasabi and then the wreath. And then they blend really nicely into the navy, the same as you use, Michelle. And I just then repeated them back.
So the wasabi is kind of that lighter green, and then the wreath is sort of that darker. I really love that color of green. I use it also in these bubbles. Really nice. I love all the colors though. And they blend so well together. So I don't think you can go wrong. And there is also a lilac. So we didn't use that color, but if you have a little girl or someone who loves that color, you could really pull that color in and make it really like, you know, bright and girly. Yeah, like lots of options with these colors.
There is. And if you do get the collection, so that's available for a limited time. It's our ebook where we come together and we give you so many extra goodies if you want to upgrade to that. I will show you that also comes with this cute little color inspiration yarn planner, so you can plan out your colors. And notice Michelle just went over the colors that she used. You can always pick your colors, decide what you want to do, and you can use that for any of these stockings. You could take that colorway and you could use my pattern, Hannah's pattern, and Michelle's pattern and make the stockings in the same colorway, but different instructions. So that would be so pretty to do as well. You could try and sample each one, but still have the colorway to tie it all together.
That would look so cool, I think. Mm-hmm. I use the colors basically, the ones I just showed you, and then I should talk about mine, shouldn't I? And then the pumpkin bread or pumpkin, something like that is called, isn't it? The Wren and then the green.
Pumpkin bread. I love the name.
We're calling it that now.
We'll call it that. We'll call it that. To match the tiles on our fireplace. We're really lucky. Our house is 100 years old. It has the original tiles on the fireplace, and I was just like, why make up my own color scheme when there's an amazing one right in front of me where these are going to happen? So mine isn't motifs like you two did. Mine is just the traditional granny stitch, and we start from the toe up and we leave a space for the heel, so it's quite a traditional construction of a stocking. We work all the way and then do a cuff as a join as you go in rows, so the whole thing apart from the heel is made in one go. So it's really, really simple once you get going. And you can then have fun. This is why I added these colours here as the pop. And in fact, I let everyone in the house choose their own colours, which I could have gone, drastically wrong. But it went.
Wow, that was brave.
I let them choose their colours from the selection of colours that I
all these go together. So you were saying.
Exactly. And they all pretty much go together. So it's worked out perfectly. And somebody did ask about the patterns being on the blogs. They are all on our blogs now. So if you go to any of our websites, hanjancrochet.com, briannakdesigns.com, or mjsoffthehookdesigns.com, you go to our blog. They're the latest patterns that are right there, ready for you to view. And they're on our YouTube channel. So the step-by-step tutorials. And if you decide on the entire collection, you'd like to purchase the VIP, you get 7 patterns. We've got bonuses in there for you, and that is $24 for the entire collection. But I'll let Hannah and Brianna talk about the bonuses with you that we're including also in the collection on top of the 7 patterns you're getting.
Yeah, I will
You're
change
clever.
my screen again.
Do
And
it.
then I might be able
Okay. So, oh, it's fine. You don't have to, you can highlight me if you want. No, I'm just kidding. So,
sure
this,
how
I know it's fine. Otherwise, I'll hold it really close. So this is the care instruction tags, whether you sign up for our crochet along for free or you want this instantly comes in the VIP. We're giving everyone this because we know how helpful this is at the holidays. So it's just a sheet that you can print and then easily cut out. And I threw some beads on here. Once again, rate your stash, see what you have. I just used some twine and beads to dress it up a little bit. And this will help you on any of these projects or other things you're giving away. If you're doing a hat or mittens or whatever, you check off how to care for it because people don't know. Like people just do not know yarn like you know yarn. They're not going to know if it's 100% wool that it's not a good idea to throw it in the washing machine. So this is a great way to gift it. And you can also write your name at the bottom. It says handmade by, because I do think it's important if you're giving a handmade gift to let people know that you took the time and you really cared about them to do that for them. In the VIP, you also get these color inspiration guides that you can cut. And I have like a hole punch and I just did yarn to that, which is really fun to plan your yarn. And then you're also getting the holiday gift list that this can help you get organized for the holiday and what you're giving. You can check off if you've done the care tag, if you've wrapped it. I sometimes feel like I need this, especially when it comes to coworker. I don't have coworkers, but you know what I mean. And teacher gifts, mainly teacher gifts for me. But my husband this year, being in a new office, I guess they gift stuff. And I was like, ooh, thanks for telling me now. Like, I like to pre-plan. So I need to get this going for his work because I don't know his people. I don't even know all their names. And I need him to write them down because I think it'd be cute to give these to his coworkers. So I can figure that out by using this sheet. I'm excited to use this now because it's going to be so handy when it comes to the holidays can be so crazy. So that comes with that too. And then Hannah has an amazing bonus.
Well, before I say that, there's someone has asked, do we print the care tags, etc., on standard cardstock? I've never done it before.
Yes, I just use standard cardstock. Yeah, that's what I did. And I actually ended up getting a pack of cardstock, I think cheaper from Amazon than I could. It really wasn't. I thought cardstock used to be super expensive. They also sell it at sometimes like your local craft stores, Joann's or Michael's. You can use a coupon code. But I ended up buying a pack of a couple hundred not too long ago, and I'm kind of glad I did because whenever I have stuff like this, I can quickly print something up and make it look super nice, like you bought it at a store.
Yeah, we don't use the term cardstock over here, but I assume it's we just use like craft card.
Yeah, it's just that.
Yeah, and you can just get it. We use A4 sheets over here. Our sizing is, and just however thick your printer will take is what I would say.
And if you sell at markets, I would definitely throw that on there.
Yeah.
Definitely. And also somebody was asking about the supply list. And yes, when you sign up, you are going to get that. So in the description of this video is the link where you can go sign up. I'm going to pop it into the comments for you as well. If you haven't signed up, when you do, you are going to get an email that is going to include the supply list. So all of the patterns with all of the details, color inspiration, you're going to get those gift tags, the care tags that Brianna was just showing. So make sure to sign up and then you'll get all of that information. As well.
And then so the other thing that's in the collection is a 2024 hand jam crochet planner. So I've put together a 60-page planner that will challenge you hopefully and teach you things throughout 2024 and also give you a $5 gift voucher to the hand jam crochet pattern shop every month. So you get a treat from me every single month, a challenge from me every single month, and it's full of articles, step-by-step tutorials, lots and lots of things packed in there that you can obviously do at any point throughout the year, but there's also calendars for you to plan. There's a page for crochet along in events because I was like, that's important because hopefully you'll want to join us again. It's got a gift planner in as well and a planner and kind of like a journal as well of what have I achieved, because I think all too often we just make lists of Y and Z, but what yarn did I use this month I really liked, what yarn it was on sale and that I bought or I have put in my cart ready for when it goes on sale, just the whole resource to keep you organized throughout the year that is just for your crochet. Because
I love that.
I'm terrible. I make lists on lists about other lists, and then I lose where I am. So I thought, if you have one nice place to put everything crochet related, then hopefully that will make the world a better place.
It will. I love that. Make the world a better place. That's so cute.
I love that. And maybe Brianna, you can answer this question about the leather loops and where you find the material.
Yes. So if you want something super, super easy, there's these tags that just came out from We Crochet. So when you go order your yarn, these are now on We Crochet. You can throw it in your basket. They're pre-punched. You're simply just going to fold them over and stitch them to your stocking. Super quick, super easy, and they have cute little snowflakes on them. If you want to make your own, this is what I've done for years, and I have this in my video, but now you know where my punch is. But I just pick up scraps of leather or faux leather from my craft store. Sometimes you can just buy scraps, or if you are in the fabric aisle, they'll have like just scraps of fabric that was left over. So you can always like rummage through there, because it's like 75% off or something crazy at my craft store, to where it's just like, you know, the end of a yard where it wasn't a full yard and they had like this much left. You don't need much to make these, but you just cut a strip of it. And then I have like a hole punch that I punch these holes, and then I just stitch it on with an X. It's really quick and easy. So you can get creative. You can also, you can make like an I-cord, or you can do a crocheted loop as well. It's just all about like whatever style you want to do. It's up to you. That's what I love about these. We were talking earlier, right, ladies, about how with a lot of these, you can embellish them by just reading your stash.
Yeah, I just used some really quite thick twine for mine. I wanted to go really rustic. And these work really nicely. And the other thing is, like, you can change them year on year if you want to, you know, you make any changes you like. And I did pom-poms for mine. And Michelle, you've got tassels, haven't you, for yours?
And we added beads, and
we want to inspire people just to go for it. Use what you have, be inspired by what we've done, by the colors, by everything, and just create what's going to work for you and your home, and just do what you love.
And these are great stash busting patterns, but right now you can get 30% off the Brava Tweed. We had a coupon when we launched because it wasn't on sale yet. We knew the sale was coming, but We Crochet, they were so great to offer the code to anyone who signed up. So if you already signed up, you got the code, but now it's on sale without a code. So you can still get 30% off Brava Tweed if you love the tweeds. But if it's not in your budget and you just want to rate stash, these are great stash busting projects. So you can just kind of pull what you have, especially with granny squares, right? You're just using little bits of color. And I show you how to easily deal with those tails by doing some knots and trimming them. Like, it's a stocking. You're not going to see any of that. You're not wearing it against your skin. So we just want this to be quick and easy and fun. And my balls are just made from 2 granny squares. So that's all you need, 2 granny squares. So easy to put together. I picked up these balls at the dollar store, but you could recover even old balls, like just reuse what you have. The stockings, my stockings are made from 18 granny squares. So still not a big task to put those together. And Brianna's are only 12. But they're hexagons, but there's only 12, and 2 for your bauble.
Yep, 2 for my bauble as well. Yep.
And my baubles are worked all in the round, so all in one go. And like I time myself, and they're like 15 minutes. 15 minutes this takes.
So cool.
They're so quick. They're so quick.
Yeah, they're kind of good. Like, while you're watching Christmas movies and you just want to craft and make like simple little projects.
Yes. What Christmas movies has everyone watched so far this year? I want to know. Start popping in the comments. What Christmas movie have you watched? Ladies, have you watched anything yet?
I've been watching lots. Now, Hannah, you can go if you remember names. Like, I just literally go through like everything that's on Netflix and Prime. I'm just watching everything.
I don't get time to watch much. No, I do have time, but I don't. Mostly with the children. So it's been How to Train Your Dragon, the Christmas special.
Oh,
it's a wonderful adventure through
I love How to Train Your Dragon.
So far, but no, I will be getting out.
Have you seen Spirit? I think it's Spirited with Will Ferrell, and
No,
It's like a musical. It came out, I think, last year.
Yeah, I watched that last year. Someone put Candy Cane Lane. I just watched that as well.
I've not watched that.
I haven't watched Christmas Chronicles yet, but I was probably going to put that on. I just do so much crocheting at nighttime that I'm just always.
Yeah.
I've never watched The Grinch. I've never watched Elf. I've never watched
Hannah.
Hold on. How have you not seen Elf? Elf is like the first one I watch every. Okay, now we have to remedy this. We're doing a Netflix night or something because I am now devastated. Hannah has ruined the holidays by not watching Elf.
Jeannie, I just watched that Jeannie with Melissa McCarthy too. That was good. Yeah, you have to watch that one. Watch it. It's really good.
Okay.
And that is the one, I think Jeannie is the one that I saw all the granny stuff in. Remember? The little girl's wearing like a granny like vest and a granny square hat. And I think the mom shows up with like a granny jacket. And yeah.
I have to watch this now. I have to watch it.
Yeah. I just love it. It's such a fun time of year. I just love it because I love like the house is so festive and I'm always sad to take it all down because it's like all the lights and it's so pretty and it's just
well, there's nothing like getting ready for Christmas. Yeah, you get ready for Christmas by making a stocking, and like when you sit down, you crochet and you're making something festive and it's festive around you. I go all in every season. I love crocheting at this time of year the most. It just feels so much more relaxing to me.
I know it does, and then I keep picking up more projects when I'm not supposed to be.
You aren't supposed to be.
I'm not supposed to be. I need to. Well, and what I find is like the project that I need to finish.
Yeah.
I keep neglecting.
Yes.
I do that. It's like I need to finish this. Why do I keep neglecting it and starting something different? I
just go with the flow right now. It's the holidays. You can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Oh, this is more like It's a Wonderful Life. I'm old school with my Christmas movies.
Okay, so you've watched that one. We started out the season watching some of the old ones like Holiday Inn and White Christmas. I love all the classics as well. And we bought a ton of them on Prime last year, so we like have access forever. So Megan, my youngest daughter, loves them too. So she started The Bishop's Wife. We watched that one too. I think I bought that one last year. Like now I just keep buying more and adding to my collection of Christmas movies. I also love
Home Alone. That's my son's favorite.
I also love Meet Me in St. Louis. Have you ever watched that one? Judy Garland?
Judy Garland, yeah.
Yeah, I love that one too.
We need a huge list now. I feel like, you know what, next year maybe we end up putting together a list of Christmas movies so everyone can keep track of this because now this is what I want. This is what my heart wants.
Yeah, Christmas movies. It's so fun. Miracle on 34th Street. I haven't watched that one yet. But yeah, we still have a lot of December to get through to watch all of our favorites.
Oh, Michelle from Tales of Knots is here. Hello, Michelle. So good to see you. Christmas Carol, Miracle on 34th Street. Oh, Michelle says we're traveling for Christmas, and so my house is so unfestive. It's rather sad. I think we've all experienced that. When you travel, sometimes you're just like, we're not gonna be here. It's a lot of work. But wherever you go, I guarantee it will be festive. And you can take yarn. You can always take yarn. That's what makes it festive.
All of our neighbours think we're a little bit balmy because no one here, well, not no one, very few people over here put their decorations up as early as we do. And like really early because we obviously have needed to take photographs and everything of all of this. So, you know, our tree was up, the stockings were up, everything was up kind of like the beginning, mid-November. And all our neighbours, you can see them, like you can see into our house. And we're like, what? Kind of the same look that I got the day that I stood outside our front door on a Sunday morning in my wedding dress. A video reel of the bouquet, and this guy walked past walking his dog, and he literally stopped and walked backwards past the hedge and went, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?"
So your neighbors think you've lost it.
Have a reputation for being.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure you do now have a reputation in the neighborhood.
That woman who stands out in a wedding dress. Yeah, she's got a decoration.
I love this. All right. I think we have to do
nobody
this.
even understands, I don't think, what it is we do actually too. So that doesn't make it any better, right? The people are like,
no, if Hannah tried to explain what she was doing, he probably continued to be like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I just said, I'm just making some content for Instagram.
Yeah. What is Instagram?
Right?
Yeah. But no.
No, I need Hannah we need her to I don't know, we need to get that pink bunny pajama set from that Christmas story the little boy wore, and she needs to stand out on her patio in that.
I'll do it. I don't care. I don't care what they think of me.
Because you're awesome.
That's good. That's good. We can't. I mean, I'm lucky though. I'm way out in the country with no neighbors basically, so I can do whatever I want. Nobody knows or cares.
I'm in Florida. Everyone thinks we're crazy, so it doesn't matter. That's so fun.
People. There was that. Where did I see it? Of someone saying they've already made a stocking or two.
Oh, love that.
Yeah, I know I saw that as well. They've made your stocking, Hannah, and I think they've got 8 squares.
Awesome.
So far.
Because that's we wanted to make sure that they weren't really big projects, didn't we?
Yeah.
Completely doable. And also, like any of our crochet alongs, if you make one of them, if you make 2 of them, if you just make the baubles, if you just make whatever you want to make is absolutely amazing.
We just want to see you post in our community groups.
Yes.
We want to see them. We want to see your projects. We want to see the colors that you're using. So don't be shy. Post in any of our groups. We love to see what you're making. And yeah, so this crochet along is going to go all the way till Christmas. So you have the entire month of December. And as always, the community groups, they're not going away. You can always post and ask questions. And even if you're making for next year, that's fine too. But after Christmas, the collection does go away. So the collection where you get all the patterns, the bonuses, all of that is only going to be available up to Christmas Eve.
Yep.
And then the patterns after that are still available on our blogs and YouTube, but just individually in our shops. Yeah.
And it's been
those little tidbits.
We've all done individually Christmas things in the past, haven't we? And we see we were talking about it earlier, weren't we? Year on year, people then start making them again. They go, so if you're worried that I can't do this at all this year, don't worry, it's fine. The patterns will still be there, just not in this collection form. So if you know that you're going to want to do a number of them, grab the collection now and then come back to us next year and go, hey, look what I made, because we'll still be here. We'll still be wanting to see them.
I know with my previous Christmas collection, some people didn't start actually till January. They start actually in January and they start making things throughout the year. I know my his grandma, she spent the whole year making Christmas stuff for everyone. That was kind of just what she did. She worked on so many different little things. She would do, one year she would do socks for everybody, and then she would do scarves for everybody, hats for everybody. She made the granny square blankets.
That's amazing.
She did so many. We looked forward to it every Christmas. I mean, she's gone now, but we loved it every single Christmas. What was Grandma Moore working on throughout the year? And she did ornaments one year. So
I love that.
Yeah, some people just take the whole year, because especially if you have big family and you are doing stuff for grandchildren or whoever, right?
It's nice to have small projects on the go, to break up bigger stuff, isn't it? That's what my mum did this year. My mum has made all of my baubles from last year, and she's been doing 2 a month because she's had a tough year, and she was like, I don't want to set myself too high a challenge. But she's just paced herself and she's done it really well. So yeah, they're really good small projects to work through.
Stuff to do. I don't think we'll ever stop either. That's where I just think we're gonna be we're gonna grow old together, the 3 of us, and we're gonna be crocheting. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, what we're gonna do as we're older, right? Are we just gonna make, what are we gonna be making then? It'll be interesting. What'll be in then?
We'll still be here. That's for sure.
Will Granny Squares come back around again? Like
We will.
It's pretty cool to see how popular Granny Squares are. When I
cycle.
Yeah, everything goes in that cycle. And the Granny Square Afghans that Erin's grandma made for all of us, like it was so exciting. Like we all got these blankets, and that's a huge job. Like she made a lot of them, and I'm thinking like that's amazing though. Like I still have mine.
That's awesome.
And I think like they've come back over like the last maybe 18 months. Like I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. I think they're really, really popular again.
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't know if I can let them go this year. Like I'm already thinking of other granny inspired things that I can make. So I don't know. I love them.
So I saw before. So Lori says she's never done a granny square, but will try soon. I will tell you, you've come to the right place to learn, because we all have video tutorials. Not only do we have amazing patterns, but we also have video tutorials. So if like you're nervous about like, oh, I've never done this, you're going to see how easy it is. And if you get stuck, you can just jump over to the video and see that part worked out stitch by stitch. And that way you can to mimic that, and you can see where you're doing, where you're going. I really do find that granny squares, sometimes I think they look intimidating, but they're one of the easiest things to do. Yeah. And then we had somebody ask about where to click. There's a QR code on your screen. Yeah. And sometimes you have to screenshot it like an image and then click it. But you can click the QR code that's on the screen, or we do have a link in the description of this video. And then Joy's asking granny square hat pattern. I do not have a granny square hat pattern. She was asking me for something that's not a bucket hat. Do either of you ladies have a granny square hat?
No.
Not yet? So we don't have one yet, but I mean, we threw out the idea. Yeah.
In the millions of things I have going on, but I do have one coming. I do have an older kind of one. It's not in my Etsy shop. I believe it's on my Ravelry, and it's sort of more like almost a beret style granny hat. And it does come with a scarf as well. So I do have that in my Ravelry shop, but you'd probably need to scroll back through a few pages most likely, because it was an older pattern. But I do have a newer one that I'm working on, which I'm kind of excited. I made a granny inspired kind of scarf because I'm going away for Christmas to see my daughter, and I need a really nice big warm scarf. So I got that whipped up, and I'm like, a matching hat would be so nice.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm going to make another hat because like I haven't made enough of those yet already this year.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
And then, let's see. My Aunt Josie sent me a box of her handmade Christmas ornaments every year. My favorite gift. She's gone now, so these ornaments mean so much to me. And this is why I love handmade. You're not just giving somebody a gift. You're giving them like memories. Like honestly, you're handing a memory, because every year when they go to get the ornaments out and put them on the tree, they will think of who took the time to make that for them. And I truly do think this time of year, handmade really is the kindest gift to give somebody who might be having a bit of a hard year, because the holidays, as much as I love the holidays, and I will lean all the way in, I'm joyous every year. Sometimes the holiday is not great for everyone. They might have a bad memory or something that happened in the past. So it's also a great way to just tell somebody you're thinking about them, that they're in your thoughts, that you took the time to make them a gift because you care. So even if you can't get to the big stockings or anything, these ornaments are so great to gift. I mean, you can definitely make them for your tree and redecorate your house. But if you want to give something, and I know we're all short on time, that tells somebody that you are thinking of them and you care, I think that's a great way to go. For sure. That's so sweet. I love that story.
Definitely.
Oh, it's getting hot in my office. I just want everybody.
I think if there's any, have we missed anything, ladies? Have we covered
I'm looking, I don't know.
Oh, there's something there saying about just seen your sweater pattern for kids, and it says sport weight. Can you tell me what weight that is in the UK? So yarn weights, I just wish we would all use the same.
Get on the same page.
Wouldn't that be helpful?
It would be.
So sport weight is in the UK somewhere between what we call a 4-ply, so a fingering weight, and a DK, so a category 3. So it's somewhere between a 1 and a 3. It's technically a 2, but we don't have that over here in the UK. Why? I don't know, really. but yeah, you can, I would say a light DK would work well as a support. Sometimes they're interchangeable anyway, aren't they? Or I've not met many heavy fingering weight yarns, if that makes sense. I don't think there are many that would go over that way, but I think you could easily find a DK weight in the UK that would work well. So you're going to need to look at what the yardage is on the yarn that the designer used, and then compare it to whatever you might want to use.
Yeah, it'd be cool if we could get on the same page with that.
Wouldn't that be good?
Yes.
And size labels and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
It's
That's awesome. All right. If anyone has any questions, once again, we all have community groups. You can jump into any of them. You can ask a question. If you're stuck on something, we love seeing yarn choices, photos, in progress pictures, finished photos. We want the whole process. This isn't a race, so don't feel rushed. You don't, have to put any deadline stress on yourself. You can do these as you want to, like Michelle said, through the next year if you want. Someone said they love seeing us crocheting live stream. Actually, Hannah, were you using this? Did you change hook sizes? Because I could have swore earlier you had a purple hook.
No,
always a blue.
Blue one.
Yeah, we have the dots hooks.
We do.
Those are really nice. That's the other thing too, is if you're jumping over to We Crochet to get that Brava tweed yarn that's 30% off, you can grab 1 or 2 or 3 of those tags if you want to make that super simple to hang your stocking, as well as the dots hooks. The whole set is an incredible value and they're fun to work with. I like these ones a lot. And I thought there was something else. They have a cute little, we were talking earlier with Caitlin about that tray for like stitch markers and stuff. That was really cute. Now I want one.
It's cute. And I absolutely, let me grab it here. Of course, I've got it loaded to the nines right now.
Perfect.
So the hook caddy, absolutely love it. This is what is sitting on my desk now. And I even have my scissors stuck into it.
I know. I have 3 of these. I'm not going to lie. I have 3 of these because
my furls hooks fit in there too. So I'm using it not just for my dots hooks, my furls hooks.
Well, I really like that because sometimes hook cases, they very often will only fit one type of hook in, won't they? Whereas it's got like that mesh thing, hasn't it? That then expands and then grips.
Yeah, so you can just fit like everything. I like to just, it's easier to find. Like it's like sitting there right on my desk and I'm like, oh, I need that size or whatever. So you can get the caddy with the hooks for a good price on We Crochet, and we have it linked in the supply list for that. And also I know so I have found the dots hooks I haven't had any problem with my hands working with them. And also I do like the furls hooks or the hooks with the larger, I just need a larger handle period on whatever. So I'm not sure, Sandra, what hooks that you're currently working with, but maybe trying something with a handle will.
What was the question? I totally missed that.
Do you have a recommendation for crochet hooks that help ease discomfort in the hands and wrists, like compression gloves? But I feel a different style of crochet hook may help. So that was.
Yeah, I think when I think it comes to that, it's kind of trial and error because I we've been doing this for a long time. When I listen to people, some people love one line and other people hate it, and so it really kind of can come down to personal preference on that one and trying it out. Because sometimes just because our hands are not the same size either. Everyone doesn't have the same size of hands. Because some people with shorter hooks, it's uncomfortable. For me, for some reason, with shorter hooks, it can get uncomfortable. Like these longer ones for me. Michelle's right. You really just kind of have to, buy one in a line and see how you feel about it. And then take breaks. Take lots and lots of breaks. I think sometimes we're like one more row, and then like our hands are hurting, and just take more breaks for sure and stretch. Yes.
Yeah, and that's sometimes with the smaller, and I found more hand pain when I was working with the smaller hooks and then switching to have like a bigger handle. It didn't seem to bother me the same, right? Where when I started, I used the Susan Bates hooks without a handle. And those are, I couldn't even imagine actually trying to crochet with one of them now.
No,
do it.
Yeah,
Of
I
course
do.
I could, but I wouldn't last very long. I think that's why I always gravitated to the bigger hooks and chunkier yarn because I could just crochet longer and it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
The only thing I would be conscious about is sometimes when people change hooks, it will change your gauge. So like if you're working on a big blanket, it's not really a great idea to change your hook in the middle of a project if you're going to a completely different brand, because it will change like your tension a lot just by nature. It doesn't matter what hook you're going from and to, it's going to mess you up quite a bit. And then when you're looking at a hook, they're talking about sizing, when they're talking about that, like your 4 millimeter, 5 millimeters style sizing, that's this area here, the neck of the hook. So if you have a hook that tapers, watch out, because sometimes like that might be why you're not getting gauge, is because if you're going past that small area where it's like, that's the actual millimeter and you're going past that because it tapers out. When I've talked to people a lot over the last year, when they don't have the right gauge, quite often I'm finding they're working with a hook that tapers a lot. The We Crochet ones, you can't go past this point and they give you a lot more area. So it's not tapering. So it's going to be a bit more accurate when it comes to the millimeters of the hook. Now gauge can be different for everyone. So sometimes it's about making the adjustments in tension or your yarn overs. And, but that's not really going to matter too much for this project. That's more for a garment. But I'm just saying, if you're going to switch hooks, try not to do it in the middle of a project. It might mess you up. Even if you're making granny hexagons, if you made two side by side and like you switched hooks, even me, if I switched hooks, they might be different sizes.
Yeah. And I know just right off the bat, when I use Furls Streamline, I have a looser tension than when I go to my dots hook. I know it's going to be tighter. So, and even like Emma, she's found when she's doing ribbing, she can't generally get her ribbing as tight as me. So she's using the dots hooks for her ribbing to get it smaller, because we're always trying to match our gauge because she's helping me crochet projects. So she's like, Mom, I always have to use the dots hooks to match your ribbing. So
it very well could be because of that taper on that furls hook is why your gauge is a little bit bigger with the furls hook, because it goes past, most people go past that millimeter point. So sometimes you're not actually working with a 5 millimeter. You might be working with a 6 or 7 millimeter, depending how far you go on the hook. Yeah. But really when it comes to for everyone is gauge swatch. No one wants to ever hear it, but swatch.
I know. And I think this is a tip too. Don't worry that you may have to change sometimes even several hook sizes. Because I feel like some people they're like, well, I tried going like a hook bigger or smaller and it didn't work. And they start getting frustrated. You may need to still keep going down hook sizes or going up hook sizes, because a lot of times we do crochet quite differently. And then also the hook is can be affecting it too. So you can have two things. Like you could be like a tighter or looser crocheter, plus the hook style that you're using could affect it. So I would just keep changing that hook size until you get it.
If it's width, yes. Yeah. If you're looking at the stitch width, height might be a different issue.
Always go, and depending on the project, you have to look at the construction of it. But generally, your stitches, you want to make sure you get that first with your gauge swatch, and then you can alter sort of whether your stitch is shorter or longer just by how you crochet. But making sure you get that stitch, the stitches is usually the most important.
That's where you have to change, and don't be afraid to, because that's why there is a gauge swatch. A lot of times it's just indicating if you do need to change your hook size, and don't feel like that's uncommon, right? That's not uncommon for people to need to change their hook size to meet the gauge swatch from the design. Someone just asked us, what do we do with all of our swatches?
It depends. Sometimes I pull them out. A lot of times I'll pull it out and still use that yarn. It kind of depends. I'll also save them with my big collection of everything you see. I have little places that I stick them all, but
I use them for coffee. The one will be sitting on my desk, and I'll walk in my office with a glass of water, because in Florida we have so much humidity. Our water glass like sweats. You can't set a beverage on any surface in Florida. It will ruin that surface. So I'm always needing something. So if I have a swatch on my desk, I often find, without even thinking, I plop stuff. I'm like, well, I guess that's my new cozy area for my coffee or my water, because that's what that is now.
Yeah, it depends. Like, so if I'm doing a mosaic swatch, that usually doesn't get pulled out, because especially if I've had to cut yarn. Yeah. So depending on what kind of thing you're swatching, but quite often I will pull back swatches, and I don't like to waste the yarn. I gotta use it all up for my project.
So I've got a massive box of swatches that I then periodically go through, because like I use them to like experiment with color as well. And I just kind of leave them, because then I'm like, oh, how does that yarn look? And I make sure that I make a note of what I've used for them. And so then I go back to them for then future projects and ideas.
That's nice.
So someone else is asking when they're in between sizes. I struggle where I need to be in between sizes when I swatch. Suggestions.
If it's width, then if in between, it's hard for me to say without because sometimes it's specific to a project. I think if it's in between tension, I would adjust your tension, because you're close to one or the other. Like if you're talking okay, I mean, you can go to whatever, because I know some hook lines have a 4 millimeter and a 5 millimeter, but then there's a 4.5. There is a 4.5. So sometimes you can find the right hook. But otherwise, if it's so close that, going up or down a hook size, you're off either way, then I would look into the tension, the yarn, and adjusting with how we're yarning over and how much we're pulling up or not, like yanker versus puller. Is that what it is? I forget what they say. It also depends on the project, because some projects that might be fine depending on what it is. Yeah. Is it a wearable?
A whole lot, or if you're under just a little bit, even the blocking may fix that.
Right. That too. You can always block and see.
And see if that works.
Michelle from Tails and Knots says, use swatches as pockets in your bags. That's genius.
Brilliant idea.
I like that.
I even did my swatch for my granny pop cardigan collection. I showed them to make the swatch and then use it as pockets on.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, it's a great way to test that swatch. And then
pockets.
Have that part done. Perfect. Someone asked us how we do so many projects. She said they look complicated. Usually they're not as complicated as they look. I will say that. Day by day.
I'm curious about. And the same person has then said further down, do you crochet all day? I'm so admired by the videos you post. I get curious. Oh my gosh, I wish.
Yeah, I actually don't crochet very much through the day, just because we have so much office work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I rarely pick up yarn. I don't think any of us really pick up yarn during the day unless we're on a live. We're taking advantage of this right now because we're like, oh, we can crochet while we do this. So we want to pick up yarn, but I don't really think any of us often do.
Unless
the evenings.
Yeah, unless I'm filming, I don't crochet in the daytime.
Yeah. Filming is pretty much it. And then if it's something that I can crochet quickly and keep filming, I will, or I will finish filming at nighttime and then pick up the next spot the next time. And sometimes it's I've had where it's almost a month or more in between sometimes filming, depending on the project.
Yeah.
And the process I'm in. But I think we all maybe get a little bit of help. I do have my daughter that helps with some of the crocheting, and I have had other people do some crochet work for me.
Yep.
So that helps. I usually like to film everything. Obviously, those that follow my tutorials, I try to do at least one project on camera. Sometimes with projects that are bigger and we can just show you sort of the swatch, we can get help making projects. But we all love the actual process of making the things that we make. And
yes.
So I don't know. I think we just love it so much that we constantly are doing it. I think that's kind of what it comes down to. Even when we all when we're chatting and we're like, we need to take a break, we've been working too hard, then we're still picking up something because we just love crochet so much that we can't almost help but not. Like, we just can't not do it. That's like what we gravitate toward. Like, that's for me, that's my de-stress, is when I actually can like crochet and like it's relaxing for me. So I don't know. I just feel weird when my hands aren't busy.
Yes. Or I fall asleep.
Look at it now. Like, I'm
the same. If I sit and watch TV without crocheting, I will
fall asleep.
Sleep within like 2 minutes. I'm terrible.
Me too.
I'm just...
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's happening to us now, ladies. We've hit our grandma era for sure. Is that what they're saying?
I'm all in. I am all in.
Granny era? Yeah.
Don't care. So they take small projects to do in my lunch break. I think that's brilliant because one, small projects on the go are perfect. These are great for on the go, like on a lunch break, because you could just whip up granny squares or hexagons and just like, that's a quick, like just one even, but more so because it's actually a break. Like, I find that's where crochet helps, is sometimes if I'm somewhere, like if I am like, okay, I'm not going to work or I'm going to actually decompress, crochet still helps me do that. So it's a brilliant way to take a break because it's also taking like a mental health break. You are taking time in the middle of the day to do something healthy for your body, because I think we all find when we're crocheting, it de-stresses. And especially when you make something, there's a feeling of accomplishment with that. And that's what this is all about. That's a brilliant idea to do on a lunch break. Maybe that's what we should start doing.
What lunch break?
I know, right? Actually taking a lunch break, maybe.
I know we have days like that. That's some days I feel like, we don't even. It's amazing how
have either of you eaten lunch today? Because I don't think I have.
No. No, I haven't.
No, it's now 7:30 in the evening here, and I have not.
Yes. Anna probably needs to go get food. We did a live with We Crochet earlier because we absolutely adore them. So you can always go watch that replay. They've been so amazing once again on this collection. They have fabulous yarns. So if you've never used We Crochet, definitely do. If you have, you're probably a huge fan. This Brava tweed is just so romantic for the holidays. So it's 30% off right now. If you want to go grab several different colorways. It has a lot of yardage in every single one, so it goes a long way. And I think, weren't we all saying that if you go buy the yarn for the stocking, you would have enough left over for some ornaments?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. And that's what kind of we did, like with our scraps, then we started making all of the ornaments with it. So it works out perfect. So why not make some ornaments, add them as gift toppers, or just decorate your tree, make some new ones.
Yeah, exactly. Throw them on a bottle of wine, dress it up a bit, teacher gifts, cards, gift cards.
Yeah, the balls would actually be really cute, just like looped over a bottle of wine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just makes it more personal. It really, really does. Because, like, I know, like, every year I have some teacher friends, and they're just like, can people just give us gift cards? Like, but it feels so impersonal that, parents really want to make it special, because these are people who make such a difference in our children's lives. We want them to know that we care, but they're also like, I really don't want another mug. And so they're hard to shop for. And I know they really, really just want a gift card. At least every year, the teachers my children have, they're always like, I love Target gift cards, Amazon gift cards. So it's a great way to like give them what they're asking for, what they want, but then do it with a personalized touch to tell them that, like, you took time to make this and you care. So these are my gifts this year.
I love this. What Kelly commented, she said, funny you called it mental health break. I've started crocheting on my lunch break and have been able to greatly cut back on the quantity of anxiety medication I've been needing. I'm working on the chunky star stitch blanket right now.
Love that.
That's amazing. There are so many studies, aren't there, between the correlation of doing some kind of craft, crochet, knitting, whatever it is, mindfulness and your mental health.
I know it is so, and any really like doing stuff with our hands and doing any type of crafting. Yeah. I was watching another influencer, and she had been saying like she really loves wrapping. who knows, maybe you saw this one. She loves wrapping and like doing her, like wrapping her presents all like decorative, and it, you know, for her it's therapeutic. And people will say, I don't know how you have time for that, or how do you have time to do that? And it's like, we all have the same amount of time. It's just what we prioritize or what we want to put our time into. Right. So, I mean, how many of us are like on our phones at night or watching TV or whatever? You could eat, like, if that's what you love and you love to wrap,
Yeah.
you know, like you're going to wrap or you're going to do some sort of craft that's fun, that you love, that makes you feel good. It makes you feel happy. If it makes you feel happy to make pretty packages, you know, that can do just the same as crocheting. Like for us, it's crocheting, right?
For me, it's crochet for sure, but yes. And I think it's a great tool to have. Of course, still, like, because so many of us suffer from anxiety and like we go through phases of life that are very difficult. So definitely seek professional help. Medication is so useful, but it is nice, like just recognizing that, tie that with some crochet or some things that you do for yourself that, like Hannah said, studies have shown it's not the cure all. It can't cure you of anything. However, it definitely can help you, because crocheting, when they've done scans of the brain, is the same as deep meditation at times. So if you're just relaxing, kind of do a repetitive stitch, it's almost as if you're sitting there meditating, which we all know meditation is really, really helpful for our bodies, for mental health. And so use that tool. Definitely, like, get the crochet out, use that tool, you know, come down from a difficult day and turn to crochet for that. It is helpful. I think for me, sometimes it's like the mommy break. So instead of like turning to a really bad habit, I turn to crochet. So it's fine that I'm addicted to crochet, because it's what I turn to when I'm really frustrated. And I think, like, and I know we all feel it. I don't want to yell at my kids. We all do. It happens once in a while, but the goal is to not. So there are times I'm like, I'm just going to take a few minutes, because I can feel that maybe I'm not going to handle, you know, them not getting the dishes done or their chores done, that I'll crochet and then maybe approach them a bit calmer. And there's like there's definitely a mental state to crocheting. Yeah. Maybe my kids have learned, like, oh boy, mommy has crochet in her yarn again. She's super stressed out. We should leave her alone.
Step away from the crochet, Mom. Oh,
okay, I'm going to pop in the comments. Someone asked the question, how do you get back to the patterns once you buy them? So we have a link here. I'm popping that into the comments right now, and that is where you can sign in to access all of your information.
You can also bookmark that so that you can just go right back to it every single time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Missed. Oh, there was someone asked about the Advent. I'm just making sure we've got all the questions answered here before we pop off. Yeah. So the Advent calendar, you can now purchase that individually in Brianna's shops, or it's on her blog, or you get it as part of the collection as well. So all the options now are available. So the Advent, so go to briannakdesigns.com if you're looking for that pattern, or her Etsy shop, or Ravel. It's on Ravelry as well, Brianna?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's up and about.
All the places now you can find it.
And also sign up for our emails, because I've got I know, like, we send out quite a few emails, but that's because we just want to make sure you get the information. But I've got quite a few scheduled highlighting each pattern as well individually, so that, you know, you like watch those emails. You can like jump over to wherever you want, if you want to individually purchase them, see them on YouTube, or even purchase the collection. I love how someone said they just got their Brava tweed delivered. Yeah.
Oh, I love yarn mail. I just got my big order. I did a big order from We Crochet too when they had their sale on. And I just got all my yarn. It's so exciting.
I love yarn mail.
I haven't had yarn mail for I can't remember how long. I'm like, oh, I need some yarn.
Do you need a fix?
But then at the same time, it's like when you get it, then it's sort of like you're looking at it like,
I have to use it.
Yes. Like, now where am I going to put it? And I need to now make stuff with that. What did I order that for again? What projects did I have to buy?
All those thoughts.
Yeah, all those thoughts. So I need to bring up, I have a big box sitting downstairs. I need to bring it up to the attic and figure out where I'm going to put the yarn.
May the yarn gods be with you, because that is definitely something that's hard to do at times.
I know. Did
We
you-
run out of space.
Okay, so this question here about the newsletter with the Advent information. So that will be coming, right, Brianna? That will be an upcoming newsletter.
Yeah, it probably. I know I sent one out today, and then I'll include it in future emails as well. This is like pretty much what you're going to hear from us for the rest of this season is about this collection. So if you're not on our newsletter, definitely sign up. And then also you can follow our blogs. You can like our blogs. If you sign into Grow, which we all have on our blogs, it'll organize content really well for you, which is a really nice feature of Grow. Because when you sign into each of our blogs with that locked content, it organizes the blog posts as well. So you can come back to them. You can like heart them.
And then, they're all bookmarked. So you know exactly like where they are and get to them quickly.
So when a big a box shows up and you go, what did I order this for? You can just jump over there and look. So yes. All right.
Okay, thanks so much, everyone, for joining and chatting with us today. We love these little chats with everybody. It's so fun. We all, even just the three of us together getting to crochet and chat, we love
yes,
it.
we do. And Hannah has said that before December 25th, we're going to come back on one more time with our favorite holiday drinks. So everyone be thinking about what your favorite holiday drink is. Get ready. We're all going to have our holiday drinks together.
Yeah.
Awesome. I can't wait.
Yes. And I'll stay up late so that it's, past whatever o'clock so you can have whatever drink you like.
Wonderful. Awesome. So we have something else to look forward to. So make sure you come back. Of course, sign up for our newsletters. We always post on Facebook, though, in our community groups. We let everybody know when we're going live. So just make sure you're following us and you will hear. We don't have the date set yet, but we definitely will come back on one more time.
Okay, before we leave, I have to say this comment. Is it Ayana? I don't know how to say the first name, but Bradford. Oh no, now it's disappearing on me. Okay, I think everyone's commenting and it bumps over. She said, I'm a mental health therapist and crochet is my therapy. A colleague and I are starting a support group using crochet and knitting. It's to help with depression, anxiety. I love that. So you heard it from the professional.
Yes, you heard it. That's right.
I love that. So yes. Okay.
Brilliant. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone.
Yep.
Yes.
We'll chat again soon.
And show us your stockings and baubles.